Tonight, buying goods online is popular, but what are your rights if things go wrong on Trade Me? When what you've paid for isn't what you get? And who's in charge of catching the bad guys?
Auckland's Helen Lebreche is one punter who's more wary of Trade Me these days, and all because of an airbed she bought last October. She paid $156 in advance and waited for it to arrive. 6 months later though, and she was still waiting after the airbed got sent to the wrong city. The seller refused to refund her.
He claims that New Zealand Post made a mistake and sent it to the wrong place, and that it's not for him to fix it.
First, what key consumer rights do you have when you're shopping, whether out on the street or online? The first one is common sense and part of contract law. When a buyer or seller accepts an offer to swap cash for a good or service, both parties enter into a binding contract. There's also the Sale of Goods Act, which says goods should be true to the seller's description. The Fair Trading Act, which prohibits misleading or deceptive conduct prior to sale, and the Consumer Guarantees Act, which says once you get home, the goods must be of an acceptable quality. In Helen's case, the seller also seems to be a trader, but as the airbed was bought in an auction, the Consumer Guarantees Act doesn't apply. Not that that really matters, of course, because Helen never actually got the airbed. Her case is a clear breach of contract law, though. The seller took the money, but Helen never got the goods. The seller blamed New Zealand Post and said they should reimburse Helen, not him. However, by law, if a seller agrees to arrange delivery, then it's their problem if the goods get lost in transit. They should refund the buyer, then seek reimbursement from the carrier. One reason you should always hold on to the carrier's receipt. Helen's paper trail helped her disputes tribunal case and ultimately resulted in the seller being ordered to refund her. A $156 refund Target is happy to report has just come through. 1 month after the disputes tribunal ordered it, and 6 months after Helen paid for the airbed. Trade Me also informs us that seller's now been banned. When Target contacted him and asked why he hadn't refunded Helen sooner, he claimed he couldn't afford to. He again blamed New Zealand Post for losing the airbed, but said he couldn't prove this because he'd lost the receipt.